What's going on, YouTube? I am the Mask Man. I am a fan and a connoisseur of media. And today I want to talk to you about humility. Sometimes in life, it's just good to be humble, to just take a victory gracefully, graciously, and just walk away. I saw this story in the news. A family member told me about it, about Patti LaBelle responding to the viral video of the flamboyant gentleman singing while eating one of Patti LaBelle's pies. And if you haven't seen the video, I'm gonna try to post it in the description. Please pause this review, um, or pause this video and go watch that one if I can find it. I don't know if I can, but if I do find it, pause this video and go check it out. Okay, if you've seen the video, if you know what I'm talking about, they asked Patti LaBelle what she thinks about all the attention that she's been getting from this gentleman singing about her pies and eating her pies. And she basically responds by saying, I did it all myself. I was in stores, before this guy did his video. I did it. And he's a nice guy, but I did what I did. I did what I did. And I don't want to argue with what she said, because I don't know what Patti LaBelle's qualifications are as far as it comes to being in the culinary arts. I don't know Patti LaBelle for that. Now, the same family member who showed me the video informed me that she has 2 cookbooks. And that's fine. That's fine that she has 2 cookbooks. And it's fine that she had a pie that was already in stores with her name on it. Now, I don't know if she actually made this pie or she just slapped her name on a pie that somebody else made. I don't know if it's her recipe. I don't know how long it's been in stores. I don't know how well it's been doing. I don't have that information. But what I do know is that sometimes you have to just take a win. And it's like when people see this, when people see her response to this man who made that video, it's gonna create an energy where they're mad at her. They're gonna look at what she said, however true or untrue it was, and they're gonna be mad at her because she kind of dissed him. She kind of gave him a backhanded compliment. Yeah, you made your video, but I did it. You ain't do nothing, but I love you. It was kind of like that sort of vibe, and it was really uncalled for. Sometime in life, you have to learn how to be diplomatic. I don't know how much work Patti put into getting her pies put into a grocery chain, but I imagine that it took a little bit of a time, and it was a bit of a process. And I can understand how an ego would not want, all of the credit of your work being attributed to somebody else who didn't put in any of the work that you put in. I can understand that. But none of that has to do with the quality of your product. And somebody basically made your product hot in the streets. They made your product a topic of conversation. They made everybody want to try it, or want to go out and get one, or they made people interested who otherwise may have never heard of it. All Patti LaBelle had to say when asked the question, what do you think about that guy who made your pies popular or whatever? All she had to say was, that young man has good taste. I know how to make a good pie, and he know a good pie when he tastes it. I give that man all the credit for knowing good product when he send one. He need to hit me up. Maybe we'll do a song together. Maybe I'll send him a couple of free pies. Maybe I'll let him try some of my other products so he can sing about them. Just be gracious. Just work it. Just learn how to work a win. Something similar happened with Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris, you know, people know him now as like embracing the whole Chuck Norris jokes. He has fun with them. He tells them in his movies. He tells them on television. He has a lot of fun with it. But a lot of people don't know is that he sued the guy who wrote all of those Chuck Norris jokes. Like, those Chuck Norris jokes are not something that just randomly, showed up in popular culture. It was one guy who wrote a book, got the book published, and made money, and people started picking different jokes out of his book and telling them, and it caught on, and it made Chuck Norris's name hot in the streets. It made Chuck Norris relevant again. Those Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris doesn't do a push up, he pushes the earth down. Like, those jokes made him, put him back into people's minds. But when he initially heard him and saw him, he didn't see it that way, and he sued the guy, trying to get some money, trying to get him to get rid of the book and all of that nonsense. He was not cool with it. Eventually, he embraced it because he realized that it was helping him more than harming him, and that gets swept under the rug, and nobody ever talks about him suing that guy who made that book, but he did. But I don't think they're gonna, like, the media or black people in general are gonna give Patti that same courtesy, that she has this mean spirit about something that's just sort of funny, that she wouldn't at least give that dude some props for that little stunt he did, for that little 2-minute video, that she wouldn't at least give him a shout out or thank him, or just give him his little 15 minutes. It just comes off as like just real, it's just real negative energy. It's like, sometimes you gotta know how to win. You gotta know how to win gracefully. You gotta know how to take a victory in stride. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you got the win. And I think that Patti, maybe because she's old school, maybe because of how much grinding she's done over her life, she can't deal with somebody getting credit for her work. But he did something. He made your pies popular. He got you on TMZ when you probably wouldn't have been even featured on TMZ at all. And if you were, they wouldn't have even asked you about your culinary products if that video had never existed. So either she has some level of delusion about her popularity or her relevance in today's world, or there's some kind of arrogance or something going on where she doesn't want to give praise and credit to somebody who didn't really do real work, really grind like she grind. I don't know. I feel like she just should have been diplomatic, given the man credit for having good taste. She certainly had enough time to come up with a canned response to that question. She even knew the man's name, so she could have had fun with it. She could have been playful, and she wasn't. She came off as a little mean. She came off kind of like a hater or like a delusional old woman. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a discussion with me. You can rate the video, like it or dislike it, be honest. Give me tips on my reviewing skills. You can subscribe to my channel. You can send me an email at Mr. Massmans with an S, business at gmail.com, to let me know anything you want me to talk about or any issue that you want me to cover. You can also follow me on Twitter at the Mr. Massman on Twitter, and I do not have a Facebook. That's all I have to say for this video. That's all I have to say about this topic, and I will see you in the next video.